What's up, mechanics? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another episode of Tool Tuesday here at the VIM Tools headquarters.
There we go.
Yes,
that was 3 times it took us to get that.
That was the third time I said that. Today is a scraper day. And we said a couple weeks ago that we were going to start doing some of the more regular, everyday items that we have in our line going forward, because we've done a lot of the cool stuff. We have a lot more cool stuff coming, but this stuff deserves love too. So
I think we have more files and scrapers than people realize. It's not a whole lot, but we have more than people think. Yeah. In a personal update, we are going to be in office for a unusually long period of time because we are good on trips for 3 weeks. In our world, that is a long time. So for 3 weeks, we will be normal episodes in office, and they will be somewhat structured. So you don't have to worry about the mumbo jumbo of being in a hotel room for
at least for this year. 3 weeks is a long time because we've traveled a lot more this year than any other year, in my opinion.
It is going to get worse.
Yep.
And worse and worse and worse. So hopefully at some point there will be another set of young fellows to do this episode and these shows, because at some point it's going to be all from hotels.
No, we can't pawn this off.
I don't know. People talk a lot of crap. I think I'm over it. No, I'm kidding.
Have you guys been watching the Q&A episodes? I think we've been saying it at the very end, but I'm going to say it now. The questions that we answer, we've put in a separate episode. Just click on the link in the bio. Sometimes that link, for some reason, forget to paste that link there, but we're going to be better about that. So
it's slow, it's boring, but you get your questions answered, so if that's something you care about.
Yeah, well, we're trying to cut down on the length of the episode, so we figured we do the questions at the end, but we cut that, put it into a separate episode. For the people that care about the questions and answers, or if you did ask a question and you want to hear if it got answered, you have the option to go watch that. You don't have to sit through or fast forward through it here if you don't want to watch it.
No, you do not. All right, so let's talk about some tools. Like I said, today is scrapers and files. So for the first thing, how about we start with the 2 file sets, Mikey? Hit them with the regulars.
Hit them with the FS100. This is a 4-piece file set. This is a beautiful set. And you know, we don't have many things in this type of pouches, but I really like them.
I hate them.
Really?
I hate them.
Quick question.
Because of this. This doesn't stay straight.
Quick question for everybody. Do you guys actually use the hanging tabs?
The trucks use that to display it more so. And I guess some of the sides of toolboxes have that peg style that you can hang.
Is there a better way?
I don't think anybody hangs them.
Is there a better way to package that type of set? You let us know that. Would you rather just in a cardboard box and then you put it in your toolbox how you have shit now? Excuse my language. Or is there a different type of package that you would want to see? Or is this okay? Who cares? It's the tools that matter, right?
So, back to the tools.
Okay. So you have 4 different shapes. Obviously, you have this flat, like squared, bidirectional file. You also have this one, which is
the crescent
file.
Half moon.
And what does this one look?
Triangular.
There you go. Triangular. And hit them. Thought
Round.
you were going to have a name for it. So anyways, we have this set. We've had it for a few years, and you know it's not crazy new, but it is a file set, 4-piece file set, and it is in our line. Part number FS100. And just to be clear on this, files are a consumable item. They hold a lifetime warranty on the handles or any
on craftsmanship. Like say it comes in and the thing snaps just on its own.
Exactly.
Like it's just not done correctly or something like that. Yes, it's warranty.
The lifetime warranty isn't on, oh, well, it's worn down. I need a new one. You know, but if it breaks, that's warranty.
Yes, and that is the regular file set, FS100. That's a 4-piece, like you said. You all know different uses for all those shapes. The flat, half round, rounded, and triangular one. We also carry a 2-piece diamond file set. This right here is the DFS100? DFS100, diamond file set. It's a 2-piece kit. Boom, boom, boom. You have the triangular and the rounded. And now the reason that, and I'm sure most of you know this, but the reason that you'd use a diamond file over a regular file is when you want a lot of more of a fine finish, when you're doing some cosmetic finishing work, you'd want to use this diamond file. As you can see on some of the teeth, let me see if you can see it on these. On some of the teeth of these bad boy, on these files, for instance, these Up and down, it'll cut. It'll start filing. But side to side, the teeth won't grab, so you're not filing anything side to side. Whereas with the diamond grit, because the shape of the actual diamond grit, it's kind of triangular, small, tiny speckles and particles of triangle, that it will grind or file. Whether you're pushing, pulling, turning, going sideways, any direction, you can get that actual fine finish when you're filing. Same goes for the triangular one. So any angle, push, pull, side to side, this will get you a lot finer finish, and it'll get you looking nice. Especially when you're dealing with, not that most mechanics would, but you can deal with different materials like glass, and it'll be a lot finer if you're filing that, but that's not common, I guess, in automotive, or is it?
Filing glass?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
Could be.
Let us know. Another two-piece set that we have is the CS100. These are carbide scrapers. So the tip is the carbide here, and it is in a square shape, so that when you have to scrape, like push this way or pull, that edge there is really sharp. But it's not, the shape of it doesn't allow you to cut your own hand, but it is extremely sharp when you have to scrape back and forth this way. And like I said, it's carbide, so it's extremely hard, and it'll last a little bit longer than a regular scraper.
Yeah, it's more durable, and like you said, you won't cut yourself if it slips. Whereas a regular file, you're pooped out of luck because you're getting cut.
Yeah. So we have a 1-inch and a 2-inch. Is that 1 inch?
I believe.
Yeah. We have a 1-inch and a 2-inch wide blade, and it's a two-piece set: CS101 and CS102. Again, for people that ask questions, we have all the individuals available for sale, and the individual part numbers are listed on every product. Also, if you look up the set, there's a tab underneath that says individual products. You can click on it, you can see them. But this is the CS100. Again, consumable tips, but a lifetime warranty on breakage.
Also, I have a question. How many of you watch? Well, you watch Tuesday, on your phone, but how many of you scroll through our website on a desktop versus a cell phone or iPad? I am curious to see how many people see a mobile version as opposed to a desktop version, because my preference is a desktop version because I don't like looking at things on my phone, A, and B, I don't think our mobile version is where it needs to be. So I am curious because we've had that internal discussion, and I do not know the fixed
You
answer.
are always at a desktop.
I know, and I agree that's why I'm asking.
I know the answer to this question already. Everybody, pretty much everybody, 90%, maybe 99%, use their phone.
If you help me prove him wrong, even if you're lying.
Use their phone. I'm telling you. We've said it before, we've been working on our website, and we have been, but we've been working on the desktop side of our website. And so when people say, hey, the website is still a little slow, or I can't filter, or this and that, and to us, we're like, well, we just added a whole bunch of filters and whatever. But it's different for the mobile version. So now we're like, well, crap, we need to focus more on mobile and cleaning up that side of our website, because it can be a pain to filter and search for things there.
Either way, let us know if you look at it on your desktop or on your mobile.
Yeah. You should have seen what it is like to refilter a website. Every single part.
It's a pain.
Okay, we think of every set and every individual included in that set. There's like 2,700 items. So it comes out into an Excel file, 2,700 lines that you have to write down a category, a subcategory, and a parent category, a category, and a subcategory, and list every word that someone might search for each individual item.
And you'd think, oh, they got a guy for that. They're VIM tools. We are the guys. Actually, Michael did most of that himself. I'll give him that. He did most of that himself. Because not only do you have to have the, how do I put this? Not that we had the time, but not only do you have to be able to spend the time to do it, you have to know what you're doing to do it and know where to categorize what. So if you're already going to sit there and categorize it for someone to go in and input it, you might as well fill it in yourself on a spreadsheet. That's what Michael did. But that was a pain. It was a pain in the butt, and he did a lot of it.
Big pain. Moving on. This is the DS9. This is what we call a decal scraper. But obviously this is a steel blade, so you wouldn't use this to scrape off decal. But what's cool about this is it has a quick change tab. You just turn that and then you pull this out. And now it comes with
extra blades in case you need the steel ones. These bad boys, you have all your, it's pretty simple, and they're separated pretty easily.
No.
And the other little compartment has a bunch of plastic blades for that decal scraping.
There you go. Yeah, so you got plastic blades, so that's where the DS9 part of the part number comes in.
Personally, my preference is this switch, which is why we went with the switch as opposed to the regular push button that people have, because that push button comes out a lot and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, so you got something that's kind of like non-marring, or you have the steel blades.
So you have both with the one scraper set, which a lot of people don't realize we have this set, because I think it's a pretty cool freaking set, and I don't think it gets enough attention.
No, it doesn't.
Especially because of the plastic blades. These are pretty neat.
Yeah, well, there are other sets like this. There's one specifically, I've seen a product out there that has both blades, the plastic blades and the steel blades, but it has a screw for you to undo the blades. So it takes some time. This one's just a...
But pretty neat. That is DS9 for decal scraper, 9 inches overall length. Next, we have a 2-piece kit that I believe you mentioned before, but since we were talking about decal scraping, we also have another non-marring set. This is our NMS 100, non-marring scrapers. And as you can see, you have a short version and a longer version. One is a little bit skinnier, so you can get to tighter spots. Another one is a little thicker, so you can actually apply a little bit more leverage. Now, obviously, long and short, this is used for debadging. You can use this for gunk and stuff that's on, on the paint part of a car, so you don't have to actually worry about scratching up. It's pretty self-explanatory. It has edges on all 3 sides, so you can scrape in any which way, and really nothing much to it. It's a plastic composite material so that you don't scratch things up. It's, again, fairly simple products, but they are useful. NMS 100. And lastly, in our line here, we have the OG.
Lastly, but also firstly,
we have the OG. This is the C1, USA made carbon scraper, the original scraper and product that started this company from the ground. Because if you all know a little bit about VIM, and remember we've talked about it, VIM was Durston, and Durston Manufacturing Company actually started as the carbon scraper company in 1931. That's this one right here.
It was one company around one product.
That's how it started. And now everything's green. So that's where we've progressed to.
It progressed all the way up to
we went from that to having a green table with a river running through trees.
Yeah, so as in the name, flexible, so these do flex because each carbon blade, is individual. And so you can kind of flex to whatever surface you're trying to scrape. It's pretty cool.
Simple.
And also, I heard somebody, there you go. So you can adjust
the flexibility. Oh my goodness.
What?
I'm tired.
So you can move this up or down to adjust the flexibility or how stiff it is. It's just pretty cool. VIM.
Boom.
All right, guys.
That's all we got for today.
That's all we got for today. Let us know. Are you a fan of the shorter episodes? Are you more a fan of like a little bit of rambling? We've been trying to stick to the products more.
On this part of it.
Yeah. Most of the rambling goes to the Q&A episode.
The problem is that we ramble on a daily basis in our own lives. So it kind of transitions into this because, like I've said before, this is what we do all day.
Yeah. All right, guys. Like I said, if you want to watch the Q&A episode, you can click that link down in the description. Please leave us a like if you've made it this far. It helps the algorithm, helps more people find us, and follow us if you're not already. So thanks for watching.
Sounds like you're begging.
What?
Please leave us a like. Anyways.
Please.
Stay tuned for the Q&A if you're interested in that boring stuff, but we are here to answer questions. That's what that's about. So, We'll catch you next week on another episode of Tool Tuesday.
Peace.